Painting with one color. You might be wondering, why limit yourself to just one color when there's a whole rainbow to choose from? Today we're diving into the challenge and the beauty of monochromatic painting, exploring how it pushes your creativity in unexpected ways. Think about this. Each color has a spectrum of tones and shades. When you commit to painting with just one, you're embracing all its depth. It can feel limiting at first, but that's where the magic happens. By focusing on just one color, we can learn more about contrast, value, and the power of simplicity in art. So here's why painting with one color can be transformative. First, it challenges your perception. Instead of thinking about colors, all you have to think about is the depth that the light and shadow bring. Let's start by mixing a lighter tone and then a darker tone. And from this single color, we can go from a dark blue to a light blue and vice versa. So as we open up this sketchbook here, we are going to take our blue. We are just going to put it neat onto the plate and we're going to be adding water. So the first thing that we're doing is we're going in with the most saturated hue of this blue. And then with each block we paint, we are going to add a little bit more water each time till we have just water and maybe a slight bit of blue in there. And just from this simple exercise and a few little swatches here, you can see how you can create gradients and a few patterns. Now let's dive into the image. As you can see, this is the first time I'm using this sketchbook. This is something new that I bought, and it's 100% cotton, and it's by Strathmore. The paper is very smooth. I would say hot pressed. It doesn't say that on the label, but there's no texture here, and the paper is quite thin as well. So let's just see how it goes. It might be nice to paint with. I haven't really used a hot pressed or a smooth surface to paint on, so this is going to be interesting. So we're just painting a very simple landscape here. We're going to do the sky, and we're going to add in some darker pieces and add in some water, create some beautiful blooms, and then a more saturated paint for the landscape part, and then a few little details towards the end. For the landscape part here, I'm using a very saturated mix. Adding these different shades transforms a piece. By layering one color, we're able to create shadows, highlights, and midtones. This gives us freedom to experiment without distraction. And also another benefit is it's accessible. If you're just starting, or even if you're an experienced watercolorist or painter, using one color can be a freeing experience. You can grab a single tube of paint, a brush, and just start. The pressure of color matching is gone. If you ever try to mix the perfect color, yeah, sometimes it just doesn't come right. And you're able to pour all your focus into the strokes and textures of your painting. As I work through this piece here, it turned into a little bit of a watery landscape. I'm just going to end off by adding some blades of grass just to finish the piece off and tie it all together. I think one color painting is almost meditative. The focus on a single color lets you appreciate its nuances and learn to use the brush to convey emotion. When you step back, the impact of a single color can be just as powerful as a fully colored piece. Painting with one color has transformed the process of painting something pure and challenging. It forces you to rely on technique and vision, which can be surprisingly empowering. So whether you're a beginner or an experienced artist, I hope this inspires you to try painting something with just one color. This was a very simple painting that was quite enjoyable to paint. I love the addition of the little blades of grass here in the front, and then the birds too in the background. It just needed that little bit of something. It pulls the whole composition together, and leaving the white in the painting, I love that. So let me know your favorite color to paint with down below. And I hope this inspires you today to paint something. I'll see you in the next video.